lights are reflecting in my glasses.
Ooh, that was kind of interesting. I got a warning that's like, don't forget you're a moderator for this channel. I closed out of it.
Oh, it's yelling at you.
Yeah. It says, don't be acting up.
I'm looking over at my computer to see if we have a commercial.
Okay, I skipped survey. I think we're good.
Okay. Hey, friends. Happy Wednesday, Friends Day. I just love saying that. I hope you're having a good day. Here with me in the studio is Emily.
Hello.
I am in progress of working on a big brown Swiss cow on a 3-foot by 2-foot canvas from Michaels. It's 1.5 inches thick. It's what I usually use, the gallery wrapped and splined. I'm just watching Emily trip over bags. Emily's going to do this. I forgot to do it, but she's going to link it after the live gets going. This is the reference photo. How's that look?
Pretty good.
Closer?
Oh, a little higher.
A little higher. I cut the face out of the reference photo. It's from Unsplash. So Emily's going to move us in, and I'm going to talk about my colors. I'm going to work on the horn because that'll be a nice thing to warm up with.
Okay.
And then probably the ears. So can you see?
Yep.
I could put things.
No, you're good. I can see the lines. Could you take your cord so I don't get caught in it?
I'm like, why aren't you moving?
Because I have a lot to do.
She has a lot. She does all the heavy lifting. I'm not kidding when I say that.
Ooh. I didn't warn anybody about that ride, so.
I paint chat. Well, I didn't. I was chit chatting, so they didn't have a chance.
Ear and the horn, you say?
Yeah, so I'm going to paint the horn first, and then I'm going to paint the ear. I might paint the eye, but the eye's pretty dark on this side. And I don't know if we can really get close enough.
I think I did good. Look at
here. I'll show you.
Look at this. I was waiting for this to catch up.
I can't see your computer.
Oh, well, can you see that one?
Not really. I can't really tell.
Oh, well, it looks good.
Okay, cool.
My say.
Someone asked me recently, I use styrofoam plates and I keep them in gallon baggies to help. It's sort of like a little terrarium effect. I don't know how long. I've only kept them up for 2-3 weeks. Sometimes I'll mist them with some water to keep them going a little longer, stir them up. So my colors, well, we'll start here. Titanium white, cad yellow medium hue, and then burnt umber. And then this is burnt umber, a little bit of burnt umber with a lot of cad yellow. And then this creamy color is mostly this color in white with a little burnt umber. This is burnt umber and Mars black. So Mars black mixed with a little burnt umber. And then pull this color out, add some white, and I get a putty color. And then quinacridone magenta. And then I mixed kind of a brown, reddish color and kind of a rusty orange, almost a raw sienna color. The raw sienna is a lot of, well, it's basically orange and some burnt umber in it. So cad yellow, little quinacridone, and some burnt umber. Alrighty. If you want to see the tubes of paint, let me know. I just thought maybe I'd do that. Because a lot of you old G's, is that what you call them, old G's, old guys?
No.
I don't know. Old timers.
Oh, okay.
They don't need to, isn't OGs mean old guys?
I don't know. I've never heard of that.
I never heard that. Oh, maybe it's something that's, I don't know how many times you want to see the tubes of paint. I'm using a 3/8 inch flat shader, oh shoot. I think it's a Simply Simmons. I've been using it for most of the cow.
Sorry. I was hearing O Chiefs.
Oh, geez.
Yes, it's OGs, yeah.
Okay. And then every once in a while I use a little 1/8 inch filbert for like the eyes and stuff. And then here you can see how I start an eye. I just put some of the orange color in there. And I don't know that you can see the eye on the right, but it's done. If you want to see me paint an eye, I painted a dog eyes during a live. Dog eye during a live, maybe a year ago. Mm-hmm. I don't know how long ago. All right, I'm gonna lighten up. I'm gonna take a kneaded eraser and lighten up some of my charcoal lines. On my traceable, as long as I never think I'm gonna have anything to say and then I just go. On my traceable landing page, you scroll down and on the right, there's a link to how to print out on your 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper on your printer. It has a link that shows you how to tile it and make a big poster for a big traceable. It's not my video, but I'm like, why should I do a video when this gal has done it really well? I just like to lighten that up, especially since my horn's going to be kind of light in areas. It's just less to fight and paint over. But the chalk pastel dissolves into the paint too, which helps. Okay, I think that sets the table. I can hear her typing away. She's busy already. Oh, and then sometimes I'll exaggerate a painting or exaggerate the colors a little bit because it usually doesn't look like it in the long run, like I've exaggerated them. Oh, I'm trying to expand my iPad. I'm fine. I'm just... Okay, let's put a little of our rusty orange in maybe. So I was wondering if we were going to have a live, because originally we were supposed to have a winter storm starting around noon today.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's going to start maybe around 8 or 9. And also the amounts the total snowfall's gone down. But it's going to be so windy and cold that we're still in a storm warning.
I
think the news said 3 inches, 3 to 6 now instead of...
Oh, okay.
4
to 8.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm. Like yesterday, I saw we were in the bubble of 5 to 8.
Yeah.
If I reply as Annie in the chat, it's always me during the live, but it's really me because I think from editing and then uploading that 1 hour, 30-minute video today, my computer needs a restart.
Oh,
she's running slow.
All right, so Emily is me.
But let's see here.
So you can talk bad about Emily and just forget that it's her. Posing is you're gonna be a poser.
Yeah. So far, let's see. In the chat with us, we have Joy, Lynn, Cindy, Gravy, Jennifer, Suzanne, Dale, Cindy. Wait, did I say Cindy twice? Oh no, this is gonna get to the point where I'm gonna just start repeating people.
I don't think you did.
I think I did. Oh. Susie. Let's see. Lucinda.
Wow.
Did I? Dang, everyone's chatted already too much. Deborah. And I think I got everyone.
If not, you can just like wave or something. Go, hey.
Scream. Just scream.
Me. Thanks for that. I didn't know if we'd get anybody right.
I know.
I mean, not everybody celebrates Christmas, but I didn't know if we would get that many people. Oh, there will be a full video. I videoed this from start to finish. It won't all be in real time because this takes me too long. I think I'm on day 4 of this. Go ahead. You said
just that earlier I saw that where did I see it? Gravy asked what lights and bulbs we use. We literally use like the floor, so like the floor lamp with like all the bendy arms. You can get it at like Target and Walmart
with different color.
Yeah, it's probably like, God, how many years old is that one? You think?
I think you still kind of get it.
Oh, you can still get them because people put them in like kids' rooms.
It's kind of a 70s vibe.
Yeah, it has like all like the spider arms that you can bend, and then they all probably have like a 40, 60 watt, a warm colored bulb in them. The hard thing is like getting the easel that she's painting on is farther back than like usually where we have it lit, and then so it's kind of hard with shadows because I'm crammed over on this side too.
Yeah, you can see my hand shadow. Probably see my head shadow over here if you get the... Oh, you can't. My head's shadow's mostly over the ear that's not showing. Yeah, so I don't have lights. I don't have anything. I turned on the Christmas lights because it's so dark out. One of these days I'll buy lights. I was wondering if I could get like a clamp-on light and clamp it on the top of this easel. But I need it to be battery run. I suppose I could run. I mean, I could run extension cords and.
Well, honestly, I mean, for, they're good. We can get bougie studio light, and like we probably wouldn't even have room in this room for them.
Well, maybe like one box light.
One box light.
Soft box, or what they call it.
But Joy Lynn gave us a $5 super sticker. Do you see him? He's a little dancing pear, and he's doing one of those party whatevers.
Thank you. That's for lighting. Thank you.
And Joylyn says, LOL, I have been painting longhorn cows and bulls this week. LOL. Now I can see what I did wrong. And then this must
you didn't do anything wrong.
There must be a new like YouTube emoji because it's like grabbing at his eyes and he's like, oh. Like,
Oh, there are new ones.
They're so cute.
There are new emojis for YouTube. I haven't checked them out, tried them out. But I listen to, like, what you need to know about YouTube channels sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
They were talking about that some people have the new emojis.
Ruby says, yeah, I noticed the different setup subconsciously, lol. Yeah, it's kind of like either it's really, really bright and well lit, but then you're going to catch all the shadows from
shadows, too.
Your arm. And honestly, it's for the background's a little more muted. Like, it looks brighter and lighter in real life. But when it comes to, like, the horn and all those colors, they're pretty on, like, they're it.
Well, it would also depend on your monitor.
Touche.
Or your phone.
Touche.
But yeah, I mean, I haven't calibrated my monitor, but it's pretty good.
Touche. We're in what my two subjects that we're working off of are Apple, so it doesn't really help.
Yeah.
Let's see. I know that there were more. I'm gonna scroll back to the top and see if
it's not like it used to be, but it still is a thing. Like where you walk into the store and you see all the different TVs and they have different color.
Jennifer says, I've been working on Annie's crow/moon traceable. Attempt number 3, just trying to paint the sky. Not giving up, though. Well, my brain froze. Oh, because I was rereading which one she was working. That's a fun one. The moon in the sky is fun for your crow.
I think what even frustrates me, and I'm might be off base here, Jennifer, but I'll want to paint something like I saw somebody paint on YouTube. I watch other YouTube artists, and it always comes out different because I have my own handwriting, and I make, you're not going to make every single decision or brush stroke just the same, and then I don't like it because I'm like, I like theirs better. So I think sometimes that might be going on a little bit for you. It's hard because I have the same problem. I want to look like theirs. Well, and then Jack, when I showed Jack that painting, he's like, oh, I put a lot of warm colors in that crow because I was having fun with it. But he's like, crows usually don't have that much brown.
Okay.
And he's right. Jack is favorite son, Emily's favorite daughter. So a lot of times I'll just put in some colors and kind of play with it. And
I need to revisit your crow. Let's see. Oh, I have another job. I started chatting in the chat and I didn't get the link for
the
cow.
reference photo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that right before we went live. I'm like, I don't think I put the link in. So I make Emily scramble and do it. Mm-hmm. I really could use a bigger brush. I don't know if I'm going to stop now because I've been using it for a good chunk of this cow. So brush stroke direction helps you even on a horn. You don't always have to always be going in the right brush stroke direction. Like here I'm going to go with the line to get a crisp line, and then I'll throw in some one that go around. And at some point it needs to kind of go straight because then it curves this way.
Where do you usually put it in the line of the... Does it matter?
Oh, I put it right above the... You might like videos with the asterisks.
Okay.
And I just put 3 dashes and reference photo on Unsplash. Sometimes I list the photographer.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I guess I have to do that then.
No, you don't.
Let's see.
So with this big one, even this big one, I would turn it around so I can get this edge better.
Mm-hmm.
I would flip my painting. The background is really close to an unbleached titanium mixed with some white. I used a huge, it's not that huge, a 3-inch flat brush, and mixed up a bunch of paint. You'll be able to see it in the full video. I could have just used unbleached titanium, but it was so much cheaper to use my basics, titanium white, a little burnt umber, and a little yellow, and just mix something close and mix a lot. Rather than use my unbleached titanium that's a heavy body paint and it's in a little tube, I'm like, We'll just mix it.
Gravy says, that's the one thing I didn't like about digital painting on my old TV. I would move the screen and it would change color. I have an LCD screen now, so no more issues.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've noticed like color, even just like watching shows, like color variation between
Oh, sure.
our upstairs TV and our downstairs TV, or me watching it on my phone, or...
Yeah. I really want to turn this. See if I can do it left. Nah. I was gonna say, no, maybe I can do it left-handed better. Holding it. That's kind of rough. Oh, that's because I was pushing. It's always easier to pull.
Mm-hmm. You were pushing.
I was pushing.
Oh, and yesterday, is that yesterday when you texted me, we hit 7K.
We did. Thank you, everybody.
We did.
YouTube likes the subs. They like the views better, but...
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to a guy assuming that he knows what he's talking about, but he does get an actual YouTube person in his chats that's part of tech support, and they look at the comments the least. But I love the comments. The likes and the subs and the shares. Sorry. Start thinking about painting. That actually doesn't look too bad. You could kind of leave it like that. He's got a little glow.
Mm-hmm. He has a little glow. We are exactly at 7,021.
Oh, really? We jumped.
Yeah. Oh, Gravy says congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you. It's kind of weird.
Suzanne says, that's awesome. Clapping. Yeah, what I won't do this time
It's kind of surreal.
is Google, like...
Oh, now you can... No, you need to do it because they're gonna...
last time I think when we hit 5K, I started Googling, like...
During the live with no warning.
During the live was, yeah, just my own, just running wild. I was Googling places in Omaha, like theaters and things like that hold, like, in what they hold. So I could give a...
Go ahead and do it if you want.
Like a a visual count of like, oh, this is how many people,
Yeah.
Oh, this place, we've been here. This is, if you filled this entire place, that's how many subscribers you have.
And I'm like, that kind of creeps me out. Of course, we don't have that many watching at once.
Yeah, I think we have 17 friends right now.
Aww.
Yep.
Besties. We have 17 besties.
Besties.
I'm glad we didn't have to cancel. I was kind of wondering.
Yeah, I have that all-wheel drive now. We are good to go.
I think it was actually worse when I went to the grocery store this morning because it was pretty slippery.
Mm-hmm. Well, and everyone wants to go to the grocery store.
Well, I was going to go anyway because I want to bake tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which grocery store?
Oh. Was that your phone?
That was my watch. My watch wanted to help us out with the grocery store.
That's like, Alexa, we don't have... Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I'm so sorry. When you say that person's name, I don't have one of those. Emily does.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry I said it for those of you that have one of those. Oh, man.
Sorry, what did you want help with?
We are live and we aren't rehearsed, and it shows.
The Orpheum Theater downtown, which is where all like the musical goes, like Wicked and all those go, or where they are when they come to town.
Sometimes we show it on when we do the little gallery trips.
Oh, true, yeah. It's 2,600.
Wow.
So you have
That's a lot of butts in the
over
seat.
double that.
Wow.
Leanne says, Merry Christmas, everyone. Got my Susie.
Oh, good. Thank you so much. I'll thank you again when we take our little break.
Yeah, if Susie would have, meh. I mean, I always say that, like I always say, but then I'm like, no, because this could go to like, this could live in someone's home, and then we just walk in someone's home randomly, and then we see your painting or something like that.
Yeah, so...
I really like Susie. That's
Leanne
probably my favorite cow.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
That's it.
Leanne bought the Jersey cow with the yellow black-eyed Susans. It's a smaller 12 by 12 inch. I'm glad it arrived. This time of year, it's kind of... I'm trying to lighten this up, and it's just not making me happy. I'm going to grab a little white.
She says, my Susie is absolutely stunning.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was our new favorite. Oh, there, I kind of like the zigzag. I'm sort of following the reference and then I kind of just play. I don't know if I like this one right there, but I think I could have left it alone. It'll dry darker. Or I might, well, I was going to say I might leave that horn alone, but I have an itch to paint. Hopefully I need to look up at my computer and see if I'm getting the palette in frame.
I mean, not really, but if you do, then you're kind of covering. You probably.
Well, I'll look again next.
Okay.
It's delayed. I have to remember to keep looking.
The Ralston Arena is 4,356. That's big.
She wants a talking to when we get off the line.
You said to do it.
I did.
You asked for this.
Well, I was a little more prepared this time. Yeah, I didn't want to be on camera. I didn't want to talk. I thought about doing a faceless YouTube channel, but I thought, gosh, if I'm going to do it, I might as well, show my face. And then I'm like, well, then I want to get to know people, Because it's no problem if you walk into the gallery and I talked this woman's ear off the other day. We ended up having quite a few things in common. They were in town for the volleyball tournament. Finals. It wasn't the NCAA finals.
Yep, the Final Four and then the championship was played here.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone.
I
think it needs a little more paint, but I'm gonna let it dry. Go ahead.
Speaking of it's not like your cow really has that long of horns, but the Longhorns won it all, I think.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Against the Cardinals?
I don't know. I don't follow. Gramps is my father's a big volleyball fan.
I wouldn't know either, but I had to I had to post about it for other clients.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, okay, sports. Let's watch.
Well, it would help your job. Your jobs.
Well, I didn't watch. I just had to post, like, who do you think's going to win? So
okay.
I knew who was playing.
I always say I'm done and then I do stuff. Okay. I'm not making anything that's an improvement. So I wanted to paint the horn because eventually I'm going to have little hairs coming over. I forgot to say in the beginning, I think the eye and the ear on the right was done and the chin, but I don't think the nose was done. And then you can still see here that I just kind of found some shapes and some values. Okay. I don't know why I feel like I have to say some of those things. So I'm gonna you know what? I might do a little bit early commercial.
Okay. You have 7 minutes to spare, so it's not too early.
Yeah, and then I'll show. I've showed this quite a bit, but it's an old glass cleaner bottle, but it has a nice fine mist on it. And this time of year, I'm thinking about putting out new colors because they just like to dry up fast in the winter. Dry air. I'm going to lighten some of this stuff, and then we'll do the commercial. And then sometimes when you mist it with water, it can actually make it worse because then the water evaporates faster than the acrylic medium. It's just kind of like, it just becomes a game sometimes. I think a stay wet palette would be awesome. I can't remember. I look into them and I decide I don't want one because maybe they're too big for on camera or too hard to hold up, or I can't remember. Mm-hmm. And I really like the disposable palettes. I used to use those, but they're harder to save. Mm-hmm. I remembered finally what you were saying. I used to put little, Emily was talking about this during the last live and I couldn't picture it. I remember, I used to put little like ketchup sauce cups. I'd get them at restaurants.
Yeah.
And put them over the top of my paint puddles.
Yes.
And then I realized I had to put weight on top of those cups, which is all on top of a disposable paper palette to get them to try and stay moist. And I don't know who I saw some other artist that does the gallon baggies and the styrofoam plates. I don't know who it was, but it wasn't my original idea. But I could not picture it, Emily. I apologize. The last line.
I know, and that's where
you're like a bomb.
I know you liked to paint from the tube because something was annoying.
Yeah, I could. I didn't know how to say paints yet. I was pretty new to acrylics. Yeah, watercolors. You just cover them so they don't get dusty. You can just rehydrate them. Okay, so this is really quick. All right. Well, so thank you, Leanne, for buying Susie. Super appreciated. I thought I lost my. And then Susie G bought a puzzle on ann-tro.pixels.com. The link's in this video's description. It's where I upload my paintings for prints and journals and t-shirts and all kinds of things. And she bought Mavis in the Middle puzzle.
Oh.
And I'm not going to say where she lives. Well, I usually do, but I won't. I'm not, since I said her name.
Okay.
Not too far from my older brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I think we've had that.
I think we've talked about it live, but I don't want to, just in case.
Yeah. We've said
So
that.
thank you so much, Susie G. And then somebody in Fairbury, Nebraska bought Olive the Pig as a fleece blanket.
Oh.
Do you remember? I don't know if you remember all of it. It had a green background and it was just her face.
Oh.
I mean, we're talking 2 or 3 years ago now.
No.
Anyway, so thank you guys. Every little bit helps a ton. I can't thank you guys enough. And then next week, we're going to paint Pooh Bear. So here, this is from the original first book, Winnie the Pooh, from 1926. E.H. Shepard is the illustrator, and the reason we can do it is because it's now part of the public domain.
Boop, boop, boop.
It's out of copyright. So we're going to do a few of these. I think we'll do 4 total. And then I just colored it in with colored pencil and printed it out on my printer.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll just use it as a traceable. I already put it in my Annie Troe Art Friends Facebook group if you want to print it out. But we'll paint this next week. So I think that'll be fun. And it's yay, it's out of copyright.
Yeah.
Oh, and then we won't, I'm not going to paint, you can paint his shirt red, but I won't. Because Emily has read some articles that, I mean, Disney gets really copyright. I don't know what the adjective
Scary.
is.
Yeah,
They're
they
scary.
love.
They're scary to deal with. So I'm not painting his shirt red. And I think in even some slightly newer books, E.H. Shepard, who's the illustrator, maybe did make his shirt red, but still, it's not out of copyright yet. So
Yeah.
that's why his shirt's green. Okay, that's the end of the commercials. Oh, and Freckles came out of her house. Uh-oh.
And my laptop's being cranky.
Oh.
It kind of like locked up, or it froze, and then so I just closed it to see if it would put it to sleep, and then I could wake it back up again, and
Oh, no.
it's not.
There's a charger down by your feet, but I don't know if there's a cord. There should be a cord. Okay, I'm going to paint some of the color in the ears. It's behind all the hairs. I'm going to use this rusty orange. I could mute it some too. You guys can mute it some. No, honey. That was Freckles. I don't know if you could hear her because I have a mic on. She wants to come out and help me paint.
Freckle.
You should go back in your house. I took the hairdryer and warmed up her. Oh, don't, Freckles. Don't.
She's wiping?
Scraping her face on the...
Come here.
Thanks, Em. Emily's like, my computer isn't working. The cat's bugging us.
Hi. Hi.
So we think Freckles is about 16 years old. She's a
Yeah.
medium hair tortie.
Hi.
Some of these I'll just kind of guess because there's a tag in the cow's ear. I'm just going to I kind of gave myself some scribbles when I did I traced the photo onto the canvas. I keep doing this every time. I'm going to start drawing because it will improve my painting faster. You know, even if I grit it out and draw it. And then I'm like, oh, but I want to get this done and I got to do this and I want to, you know. I think I say this during every live, so I don't do it. But it would improve my painting.
Let's see. Susie says, I finally pulled the trigger and bought an 8x6 Stay Wet palette. I do love it now. I can't wait to get my puzzle. I'm in Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah. You know, an 8x6, but I think it has edges, doesn't it? You know, like straight up edges so you can put a lid on it.
Oh,
see,
probably.
one thing nice is I like mix right out to the edge.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe I should get one. Because I could hold that up.
Leanne says, Annie, on Amazon, there's a Stay Wet palette. You would love it. ! A small palette, or it's small, square, and has a tight lid.
I'll have to probably get one. I got a couple of bigger plastic palettes, but I didn't like how the paint dried on the plastic and then flaked up.
I'm trying to see if she'll sit in this.
No, she decided, I thought she was going to stay in there.
She wants her mom.
It's not at all distracting to paint
No, I know.
live with a cat.
With a small child.
I like hanging out though. Oh, I keep forgetting to look to see if my palette's in here. I'll just look up here. Freckles.
Oh. Come here.
Oh yeah, I'm getting my palette high enough. All right, I'm gonna let her up. Come on. Come on. If you're gonna come up though, you're gonna be on camera.
Yeah, I'll show her.
Come on. It's hard for her. Back hips hurt.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, she did it. Okay. Say hi. She won't look up. She never does.
She knows.
She hates the camera. She hates being photographed. All right, behave. If I say behave, is the cat gonna behave? No. Oh, now she's like bumping her head against my arm. Yeah, he just wants some attention. I don't know how bad it's been wiggling, because I can
Oh,
s-
you
I can
hit the
see
little
things.
cords.
I can see, but I don't know if it's actually
I'll pull
wiggling
the
the
cords
camera.
tight. So now I'm gonna make it wiggle for a minute.
So this looks kind of bad for a while. I'm just varying the color,
I'm gonna sit down here.
putting a little depth in.
I'll watch on my.
I don't know if you saw my palette go left there. That was Freckles bumping her head against.
Come here.
Oh, that was nice, Em. Thank you.
We'll just watch from the floor. How about that, Freckle?
She doesn't usually help me paint.
Mm-hmm.
I think she just wants attention. All right, I need to kind of start thinking about.
Susie says it does have a 3/4 inch lip and a lid, and the lid is airtight.
Yeah, that'd be okay. I just was thinking real estate. I should get one with Christmas money.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming I'm getting Christmas money. Oh, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in some of these wrinkles. Or whatever they are. I think they're wrinkles. They don't have to be exact. Sometimes I'll just grab a different color. Just to change the value a little bit.
No. No.
What is she doing?
She's rubbing her face on the tripod again. You rub your face on me, not the tripod. Not the tripod. You rub it on me.
There's kind of a dark spot here.
Okay.
She usually doesn't need too much love.
I know.
Excuse me.
She's feeling needy today. Oh, she might be either getting into trouble or she might sit in the corner that she likes by the canvases.
Oh, that's okay. So it starts out kind of yucky, kind of ugly.
Your horn came together, though.
Horns are pretty easy.
Yeah.
I mean, I can still play with it, but it could be done too. Mm-hmm. It's got a brown swatch that goes this way, but I don't know if I necessarily need it. Sometimes I get hung up on the details a little too much. I'm going to darken that up, give it a little more depth right in here.
Looks good watching from my phone.
Looks good from across the street. Paintings do. Step back if you're painting. They do look better at a distance. When I'm on top of them, sometimes after a live, I'm a little grumpy, like I don't like it, and I get away from it, like, oh, that's good. We're good. It's just because I usually step back more, and then I don't do that during a live. But I like having these pre-mixed puddles that I can then mix other colors from. I feel like it speeds it up a little bit for me. I might want this darker. And so I'm kind of just coloring. You know, like if I had color pencils or... One thing I don't like, those, I didn't get a very crisp edge there. Which you don't have to have, but sometimes I just like them. I'm going to come back with some black. Whoop, I got too much water. I love it that my background's been dry a couple days. So I can just kind of wash it, and I've got an old rag, which you guys probably can see. I tend to use my fingers the most. I always have paint. I think I always have paint on my fingers. That sounds like I don't wash. Let's see. I'm gonna get my this finger wet. I could let it run. The nice thing too is I do have some of my background color in another palette in case I need to touch it up, and I can come back and clean it up too. But I went up a little higher than I think I need, and then I can come back down lower and fix it. Okay, I don't want that on my iPad. Technology is great except for when it doesn't work, right, Em?
Correct. Yeah.
And she's sitting on the floor behind me, so I'm assuming your computer still isn't behaving.
I don't know if it's behaving. I got it to turn back on, but I don't want Freckle to wipe her face on the whatever, so I'm sitting with her until she leaves, or
oh, she's laying next to you.
Yeah, she's sitting next to me, so I'm guarding the tripod. Gravy says, I shared my palette on Facebook. It's Tupperware. Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, I just personally didn't like the plastic. I like it. I like the, this absorbs the paint just a little bit, so I don't pick up little dried bits of paint in my brush. A lot of people use plastic. I've got one sitting here. I was just talking to, my head's probably in there. I was just talking to Emily about it. So, even when I clean this all off and I have like a wet puddle of paint, but the thin stuff dries, and then I end up picking up little dry bits into my paint. I think I just need to practice with it to learn how to paint with a plastic one better. I've got one that has a neat lid, but it made me grumpy and I never went back to it. Which isn't giving it a fair shake at all. I think that's kind of funny. Because really I need more real estate. Sometimes I'll split my colors up, like a warm or background palette, which I do have for this one, and like a warm or cool palette. I gotta quit talking, I'll paint faster. Plastic's nice. I'm just grumpy about my palettes, which is funny, and I'm not at all grumpy about the paints. Well, I guess that's because I always use the same brand.
I feel like I'm babysitting.
You are babysitting.
I literally am. Hey, yeah, go in your little hut. Go in the hut. You know? Okay.
So I painted in the eyelashes, and I'm probably going to paint over them, but I can come back. Sometimes I just do those things because they make me happy. Let's see, how does that eye? I'm going to zoom in on my reference photo. Can't really see what it does. I'm just going to paint it beige here. And then we'll paint some eyelashes in there. Just grabbing a little water to warm up or moisten up my paint. Okay, I need to kind of pay attention to what's going on here a little bit. Oh, that didn't do anything. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. I was scratching my hand. Let's grab a little of this warmer. That goes like that. And then maybe a little like painting portraits that aren't like nobody. I don't know whose cow this is. So if I change the cow a little bit, it's no big deal. I was looking at zebras. I have never painted a zebra. They're quite busy.
Oh yeah, that would be a lot of, especially if you try to get the hair look, and then you also got the stripes.
The stripes are like, wow. Of course, then again, but what brought that to mind is, well, no one's going to know. Their stripes do vary some. On some of them, I don't know if it was the same zebra from the same photographer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, wow, those stripes are so similar. Oh, I need to paint some dark down here. Let's grab some putty. Just going up and down. Grab a little orange. One thing I like about a reference photo is I would not think to put the orange in here.
Okay, I'm relinquished from my babysitting duties.
She got tired of you.
Okay.
She usually doesn't want that much attention. Thanks, Em.
Yeah, she
That
sat
was
in my lap for a
So
minute.
much better than having her in my lap.
We got lots of pets.
You're now furred.
Yeah, a little bit. Not too bad, though. Leanne says the Stay Wet palette has a wet sponge in the bottom and a Stay Wet palette paper you put down to hold the paint blobs.
Yeah. I think I would like that the best after the styrofoam.
Mm-hmm. And
Just personal opinion, not like one's right or wrong.
And Suzanne says, I have one and I must put too much water. It's always a mess with the like eyes squinted closed and the tongue sticking out emoji.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about them. I dipped my brush in one of my white puddles, so I'm just wiping it off. Oh, I bet you I kind of drug it into the gray.
Mm-hmm.
Going a little shallow. I'm just putting in some orange. I don't know if I need it, but kind of paint back to front. So I'm painting what's deep in the ear. I'm painting earwax. And then I'll come back and let's see if we can make a little progress here. I'll try and pick up the pace. I'm going to paint with this putty color and just get in some strokes. And a lot of times I have it way too busy, and then I'll come back and I'm just grabbing some water because it's okay that it painted dry. I don't know if you can see that on video, but I want it a little smoother.
Oh, guess who popped in with the $9.99?
That would be Chase, man.
Watch it. I should do that when it's not him.
Oh, don't. Yeah, I always get a little nervous. Did you feel me hesitate?
Yes, I did. That's why I said that. I wouldn't. If it wasn't Chase, I wouldn't have you. Have you guess.
Yes, you would. You set me up. I don't know, a year. I don't know when we hit 5,000 with how many people that is.
True. But instead of just his little goat emoji, he added a little Christmas tree.
Oh, thank you, Chase. Merry Christmas. He's definitely keeping this channel alive.
Yeah. I said this earlier, but in the chat, my usual hello to everyone. So I had an issue with my bank card, and so I had to call them, and the second guy I got transferred to, he said goodbye with he said have a happy and a merry, and I was like, that is so cute.
Oh, that is.
So I stole it and I used it today.
Oh, that is cute.
Chase asked if there's a stream on Sunday. There is a video on Sunday. It is going to be an ostrich.
Oh yeah, I showed that a couple lives ago.
And it's very cute and very colorful.
It's on the wall.
Oh yeah, I was looking for it.
It's on the wall above the light switch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's in a little frame. Cute.
If you want to see it, we'll make Emily grab it.
Jennifer said, I use the rectangle styrofoam dinner trays with the sections divided. And then she covers it with an upside down tray weighed down.
Oh,
I like all the sections.
Yeah, that works.
That would be nice.
That might fit in a yeah, 2-gallon baggie. Is it 2? I've got extra big baggies, but I don't know what size they are.
They also...
The baggie helps just, I don't know,
I don't know
seal in the moisture.
how many gallons it is. Oh, well, I just pulled the thumbtack out of the wall.
Oh, thanks, Em.
I wasn't tall enough. That was kind of a stretch.
Oh. As I throw her under the bus live.
Yeah, they make an even bigger one because I think the guy at the store that Chase and I go to for all the smoking meats stuff, I think there's like a 5-gallon bag that he'll put inside the bucket that he'll do the turkey, whatever. What's that called? When you like leave a turkey out overnight in water and it's got
brine.
Brine.
That's Sunday?
A little higher.
A little higher? That's,
You were in front, I guess, yeah.
That's Sunday.
Cute.
Yeah,
He's so cute.
I painted a lot of colors in that one.
Okay, I'm gonna be away from.
Just lean it against the chalk wall or something.
I might be able to get it back in. I'm gonna see if I can reach the hole.
Yeah, it's not fair when I don't warn you because you don't know how it's up there.
Oh yeah, I can reach the hole. I just wasn't prepared.
Yeah,
And everyone can hear me straining.
You didn't know.
There we go. Yeah, I figured it was like the other one down below it.
Yeah. So I'll paint a whole bunch of this putty color and I'll come up with a lighter value. I saw a drip, so I just grabbed that.
Susie says, love that ostrich. Yeah, I really like the ostrich. I like how it turned out.
I titled it Not My Problem because it looks so grumpy.
Chase said, what's everyone getting for Christmas this year? And Suzanne says, I'm getting my mother-in-law for a week. Ha 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 ha.
That's a good thing.
Chase says, Emily never tells me what I would tell you if you want me to tell you, I'll tell you in a heartbeat.
Chase doesn't want to know.
I overheard a conversation, was that today, Chase? With his dad and him, and Chase was like, make sure you bring in some boxes that are on the front step. And Mark's like, well, what the heck are those? And he's like, they're Emily's presents. And he's like, he sent them to our house? And he's like, they can't be trusted here.
Is that true?
It used to be true, but I have since grown out of the need to know. Chase, stop. Chase says, I don't have a dad. He does. He's very nice and he's very sweet, and he brought my presents in. You must have misheard. And Jennifer says, I can't wait for the ostrich video. Yeah, it's cute. I started editing that before I left today. And the heat man came today. Oh yeah, our heat wasn't fully on the fritz, but it was kind of on the fritz.
I'm just flipping out some little hairs. Go ahead.
Oh, and the heat man came today and he fixed it in like 15 seconds. I think he was there a total of like 15 minutes.
Well, that's all right.
Yeah. I'm glad it wasn't anything bigger. That would be like, it's broken today. Or broken forever until he can fix it kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we're already waiting for them to come.
Just mixing some white with my putty color just to try and get this ear filled in is basically all I'm doing.
What kind of ostrich? Chase asks. I don't know. Are there breeds?
It's, I don't know if that's an Unsplash. I just made a funny noise. Unsplash reference photo. A lot of times they don't say what it is. Yeah, there's different kinds. Well, and then there's emus that look like ostriches.
Oh, yeah.
It's an ostrich. And then so I found a couple ostriches
Ostriches?
that had blue eyes.
Ooh.
I thought about doing one of the, they were whiter. Although I painted this guy kind of light.
Well, based off of these pictures, because you only painted his noodle.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to know.
He doesn't have like a pink head. So he's either a Somali ostrich, a South African ostrich, or that's it.
Or
That's it. That's it. It's probably one of those two.
Yeah.
Just because I know you're dying to know, Chase.
He's so nice to come and chat. I know he's like trying to also bug you, but
You condone that behavior?
well, live, yes, I do. You like that?
Yeah. It does not look like the Maasai. Is that how you say that? Maasai ostrich? Because that one has like a pink head and does not have a pink head.
Yeah, there's quite a few, I think.
Just so you know.
So I'm not like varying this with a huge plan. I'm just more trying to fill it in.
Mm-hmm. Your base fluff.
But I do vary because it helps me in the long run.
It's a nice base layer.
Well, and these ears are quite white in my reference photo. You can't really see you can see a little bit of the other ear. I saved the white for just the highlights.
Well, and I have them angled a little bit since we were only grabbing the horn and the ear, so it looks a little distorted like that. Like the ear you're painting is massive.
Yeah. Well, it's a big canvas. Every once in a while I think about I'm back to the lights. My brush is pretty loaded because I keep just picking up paint. I'm gonna wipe it off on a paper towel. I think I might get better brush strokes so it's not quite so loaded up with paint. Sometimes I'll switch brushes. I've got a 3/8" filbert, which will do the same thing for me. If I just, get tired of it or don't want to clean it. Just switch brushes. Okay, where am I?
Jennifer says, gotta attend an Xmas party. See you next week. Have a safe and merry holiday, everyone. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming. Happy holidays. I was going to paint my background white, but warmer colors are coming in, so I didn't do it. I saw one in a store where there's a big cow face on a white background. I'm like, oh, that's like right up my alley. And I need to paint some bigger ones. Maybe I should, Emily, or are you thinking?
No, what?
Maybe I should do a couple of sort of big cow faces for the show in June.
Yeah, like off of there were quite a few cuties that I noticed you hadn't done on your Unsplash yet.
Yeah.
That'd be cute. And then you kind of have like a story.
A little bit. Well, I mean, I do animals anyway. But...
Yeah, that'd be cute. Because then if you picture, like if they're kind of all, either if they're more spread out, then it kind of makes yours look more cohesive. But if they're all together, it's kind of like cows, Yeah,
I don't know how we'll do it. It's Nash and I.
Oh, yeah.
Last year, she and the artist she was with had their stuff together right next to each other, which I don't know that I have a preference. She's going to... Sorry, guys, she's wiggling the camera.
No, come here. Come here.
She used to do this during the noon lives.
Yeah, this is noon behavior. This is not evening behavior.
She had too good of a nap. It's just like a kid. So my other ear I painted with more of this sort of yellow beige. So this ear I'm painting more with my cool beige. One, just to mix them up, and two, this really soft lighting on the reference photo, and it's pretty much from the top, but I moved it a little bit to the right, and I'm going to have this cheek be lighter. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, you can. This cheek is already lighter than this cheek, but I don't know if I'm done with it. Because I got to see how everything else turns out. And then I'm just hinting at the texture pattern in the nose, and I think I like it, because like when I look at the video or the live stream, it looks good, but I'm right on top of it, it looks like confetti. Because you don't get the optical blending when you're right on top of it. Are you laughing at Freckles or?
No, Chase just texted me that he. Oh, never mind. I thought I was gonna explain. I feel like this is like a slow chaos for me tonight. Like the computer didn't work.
Oh yeah.
And then Freckles is having her. You're so right. This is how she used to act during the lives at lunch.
At lunchtime.
I'm having to babysit.
I'm glad you're here. I thought about, like, if the weather got bad, I could still do the live by myself. But I don't think I could have. I would have had too many things going on.
Susie says, we went to Hobby Lobby today. Spring stock is filling the shelves. Oh, dang. Farm animals are still big news, especially on neutral backgrounds. Oh.
On neutral. I wonder if mine's too warm, but thank you for the info.
That's a neutral.
I've got a wall decor company who requested some of my paintings, which I sent to my agent. And they're making a proposal to Hobby Lobby, so everybody cross your fingers and toes that they license it. They really like the Duck, Duck, Goose. Did I tell you that sold him?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I also like that one.
Yeah. I did 2 ducks and the goose had glasses on. I have to come back and put some orange in and painting it out. Oh, now we're having sound problems. No.
No, we're good.
Okay. Okay, let's finish this ear. Or not finish it, but let's get some paint on it. I am really just like grabbing water a lot tonight. It's dry. Shouldn't be that dry, it's gonna snow.
I know.
It moved east, which I feel bad for the people that it moved east on, but we're not going to get quite as
I feel like that always happens.
dumped on. It does quite a bit, yeah.
I was just thinking about that too before Freckle. I was going to see if it doesn't even look like it started snowing. I mean, I can't really see, but
Well, it was supposed to start at noon, then it was supposed to start at 5, and now they're saying like
it's
8.
a little bit. Yeah, I can kind of see based off the lights in the neighbor's house, I see the snow passing by. It's barely snowing.
I mean, it's not done, but it's getting there. Oh, I still need to paint in some of those. I'm going to grab some orange-ish. Let's see, so this goes... Sometimes you just fight with things. I think it's time for fresh paint. In the summer, it goes further for me.
Chase says, I postponed all my plans because of the forthcoming snow and no snow, which is very true because he was going to go run and grab something, and then he's like, I'll just stay for the heat guy with you because it's supposed to snow anyway. And then that snow didn't come, and then I was like, well, now it's supposed to happen at 3, and then that snow didn't come.
I know. I mean, it's okay. But I think Iowa and, gosh, like Chicago, maybe tomorrow or the next day, they're going to get dumped on. Mm-hmm. So I grabbed a little of my brown and quinacridone. I don't see it in this ear so much, but I'm going to put it in. Oh, Freckles.
I know. I'm getting fed up with her.
Yeah. She's bossy.
She is
She's
bossy.
been bossy since we got her.
She is so sweet and so cuddly, and she gives very nice, caring, sweet hugs.
And she's bossy.
But she's bossy.
She is. She's a queen bee. Maybe that's why I paint all those bees. Just adding a little depth. I don't know how interesting this is.
Oh, Suzanne's got me Googling. She says that they're supposed to get 30 to 40 centimeters of snow.
She's in Canada?
Yes. 11 inches? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think the east, like, I don't know what Chicago's supposed to get.
15. So let's...
Des Moines was like in the 8 to 9 range. Central Iowa.
Wow.
Yeah, we were supposed to get more and it shifted, which, I mean, we need the moisture, but I don't totally mind either. Although, since it's coming overnight, too, I probably won't have to shovel.
I know, I kept, like, poking I saw that it was snowing, and I was like, great, I'm going to have to do it, like, in chunks.
Oh,
but
like
it didn't really. Yeah.
I do, like, 4 inches at a time.
Yes.
I can't. 6 is too much for me to shovel, and I can't. We have a beast of a snowblower, and I can't even hold the handles down to make it go. They're too far apart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have Wimpy, so thanks, Gramps.
Yeah. Gramps, if you're listening.
Yeah. Oh, I should charge the batteries for Wimpy tonight. so I could maybe use them.
Yeah, you should.
Test them out. It is. She is sitting, kind of like one booty cheek on my computer, other booty cheek off to the
I see that.
to the right of my computer.
Yep.
And is in probably the worst spot possible, but she's not talking. So
Just leave it.
so I'm like, just leave her.
Oops, I don't know if that's the right direction. Probably not. Straighten that out. I just keep going with this. But I think I might be at the point where I'll start adding some lighter values. Make it come up a little bit. You know, however long I've been working on it, and it still doesn't look that great. I've
already noticed a change in,
I'm just saying that because I think sometimes people are, I used to get frustrated, like, or get scared.
okay.
I get nervous when I start every painting, but I know that if I just keep working at it, I'll get it.
You've already given it some depth with the layers.
Oh yeah, it's getting there. It's getting better.
Freckle stepped on my computer and I thought I lost the whole window.
Oh no. She is being a pill. And then I'll come back and go light. Oh, here, that needs some. I go back and forth between light and dark because you can with acrylics.
I wonder how long, like the 11 to 15 inches, like, is that just going to drop?
Oh, sometimes like
Or
in a
is
couple
it-
hours, it could.
Oh. Or is that like it's already snowing now and it's all the way through tomorrow? I don't know which is, probably I'd want the already snowing now and all the way through tomorrow.
And just shovel in a
So you
couple.
can shovel a couple times.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I bet your father, hopefully, will snow blow in the morning.
Yeah.
Won't leave it for me. Okay, so I'm putting on straight white, but it's going to dry darker. And then sometimes I'm going to go over. Actually, I don't know if I should put it quite here. Because my son, the horn might be shadowing it. It really isn't in the reference photo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I have to worry about it. I'm just going to grab some water and it's going to get my paint to flow a little bit better. Although that one time I had too much water and I had a drip. Okay, so I'm going to be a little bit more fun with my, that's more than I wanted. I'm just going to put it down and kind of flick. And then try to vary the, I've got gray or something. Vary the lengths.
Ooh, yeah, I like the white on there.
Kind of bring up the value.
It is 7:03, so you have 30 minutes left in our normal time slot.
Okay, we'll just keep going. If you're not worried about the weather, we'll just keep going.
No, it looks like just little flurries, maybe. I have cat hair all over my face.
I bet.
Oh.
She's not shedding as bad as this summer, but she still sheds. This summer she dropped a whole cat or two and didn't go bald. I mean, it's just, I brush her and it's just coming off her all the time. It's weird. I'm shaking because my arm's starting to get tired. So here's a tip. I am painting above my shoulder, which isn't a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got a combination of really big, here I could raise my chair now that we're not on camera. There, that's gonna help. You want to paint lower than your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Cuts down on the shaking. I'm having a little hard time because I don't want to put my face in front of the camera. I don't like this one, but I can come back and fix them. But the layers are going to help me. Oh, here's what let's grab some of the, I've got black in my brush. I'm going to clean it out. There. Let's grab some of this. Excuse me. goodness, everything's dry, kiddo.
I know.
Okay, so what's going to help this is if I pull a few over. Gosh darn, I can't get in here. My face is like right next to the phone. There.
Do we scooch? I can scooch.
No,
Okay.
I shouldn't complain during the live. What's going to help is if I start pulling some hairs over. Help it look a little bit more realistic.
Jackie says, love these farm animals, Annie.
I started doing that because I was in a smaller town gallery. And I thought, I wonder. Well, I knew cows were popular for art licensing. So that's how that started. I was already doing pet portraits. I just try and vary it. Sometimes I tend to do the same stroke length, so sometimes I try to. Now I kind of filled this in with the same color, so let's maybe put that in there.
Do you think we'll be able to do our normal hangout tomorrow? Or it'll be snowy?
Oh, I didn't think about that.
We gotta think about it now.
Well, it's supposed to be done by, I don't know what time in the morning.
Your little bug, can it scoot around? Scooty scoot? I got lots of hills, so.
If we only get 3 inches or
True.
4 kind of challenges my bug. It depends on the 4 though too. If we get 4 and it all blows away. So if you ever wondered how I get all those fur and hair strokes. Oops, I just shook my easel. You're witnessing it live.
Yeah, the layer, it's really layering.
So all I'm doing is I mix a little white with my cream puddle, and then I'm mixing some water to try and get it to flow, and now my brush is extra loaded with paint. So I'm kind of squishing it out. Just trying to get things to behave a little bit. This is a little rough down here, so I'm gonna...
I brought my little like market bag I'm trying to finish crocheting. And now I just feel like I need to just stare at the screen and like decompress.
You guys all zoning out. I could stop talking so much.
Well, no. Just like the babysit freckle,
Oh,
computer.
Yeah. Your computer came back
It's okay, yeah. It was down for a minute. And I was a little scared that it was the same issue that I had a while ago.
Yeah. I actually have my hairs going the wrong direction right there, but I might not worry about it too much. I've kind of corrected some of them. And now I don't like that area of it. So I painted a lot of detail and I painted out. And then sometimes I put more detail back in. What's nice about this yellow color is that it's so close to my background color right there that it's almost like a little negative painting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make this maybe darker. Maybe lighter here.
It makes it look like his hairs are finer, like it's just like those extra long wispies.
Yeah, it's getting better. I'm gonna stop and breathe a second.
Yeah, everyone, I need to do that too. Everyone breathe.
I'm gonna attack in this ear. Do you hear the wind, or is that just like the air or the heat? I think it's just the heater.
It's the heat, I think.
Yeah, it's the heater.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get back from it. Oh, it's way better when I'm not on top of it.
Do you want to see here?
Oh, that's not bad. It's not. I don't like it quite as much as the other ear.
Well, yeah, because he just needs his lights and a little more layering, maybe.
Well, something. It's not bad though.
We always do like right here, at the very, very edge of that top ear we can see.
Yeah.
His little lights.
Yeah, we can see the other ear a little bit more, maybe. I'm gonna
Yeah,
wait
let's
for it
just
to...
wait. Let's just wait.
Oh, look at the shadow. Oh, look at the side of my face. Yeah, I think.
Oh.
Well, I want. Whoops, it's gonna go if I don't hang on to it. I do want this ear lighter, but I think I do need to work. I definitely need to work on that ear.
Yeah.
I think part of it too is I can't. And what I want, I'm getting. Oh, maybe I'll move it back. I'm getting better wispies and brush strokes in this one. But I think it's just because I'm wrestling with the angle and a little bit. I would probably move my painting over or even turn it upside down and paint. All right, let's just go with a little putty. Just thin it out a little bit. And let's maybe try this again. I just crisscross those.
I do.
See if I can get some. I'm gonna try and thin it out, but I don't want it to run. Although I showed everybody what to do if it runs. Something I like about acrylics is like, you know, if your background's dry enough, you can just kind of wash it. I'm going to give him a little bit more of a... So a lot of times in a cow ear, it depends, but like there's kind of a darker area. And then kind of like a plate rim. Now after I said that, don't make it that even, because like I've got it darker down here, just so I avoid that. But I think that might make me a little happier. And then I'm going to try this area again. There, that's a little bit better stroke. I'm going to grab a little water. I just want it to flow. If I cover up too much of my orange, I can paint it back in. I keep doing this till I'm happy. Okay. I'm still not crazy about right there. Sometimes I'll obsess about an area and then I'll come back tomorrow and go, oh, it's fine. It's just because I'm on top of it too, which I think I say every live. So when I'm videoing, I use the other part of my camera on my phone, and I can look at my phone and it's like stepping back 6 feet or so. I'm like, oh, I'm doing okay. Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. It's not as good of a camera, but that way I'm not hopping up all the time to see if I'm in frame. But gosh, it's not a bad camera.
No. I feel like every year they kind of trade up where
Yeah.
the front is as good as last year's back, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Jackie and I were chatting in the chat, and she says it really helps me to see how she approaches different subjects.
Oh, good. I like mixing it up. Well, and some people like to see every brush stroke, so that's why one of the reasons we do the lives. For me, I like hanging out with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
About 15 minutes left.
Oh, okay. I was looking at my painted ear. Let's try this. Let's see if we're ready. That sounds funny.
Yeah. Are you brave enough? Are you brave enough?
Yeah, you kind of have to muster up a little courage sometimes. And then sometimes you just have to keep painting. Because you won't realize you figured stuff out, but when you look back 6 months, a year, you're like, oh, I'm doing this differently, and I like that. I feel like I should have a podcast going.
Yeah. You're on that kind of painting grind.
Yeah. If I get too much of this white, I can come back with color. And sometimes white needs reinforcing. I keep looking at my reference photo for hair direction.
Oh yeah, the white's helping. I like.
Emily's so nice.
Susie says, I like seeing Annie's method too. She plans really well.
Oh, do I? Thank
yeah.
you.
You're very well planned.
Oh. I didn't really think about it. I mean, I didn't really, I don't know what to say. I didn't really realize that. Well, back to front is a good rule of thumb. You don't have to do it. I'm wanting this a little thicker, but actually it might be okay.
Did I read that right? I said she plans. Did I say she plans really well?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just like, oh, I don't really. Well, I follow the reference photo for help. Well, there, I kind of like that one. Try to get some long ones in there.
I feel like there's a method to your madness. And if someone watches enough of your videos, you may not be able to fully describe what the method is, but...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, I've got a weird orange eye here, but I'll build it up to a dark brown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like to sneak up. Yes, I do have a plan. I sneak up on everything.
You sneak up.
It helps me with my comfort level. Okay, I've got too much of the same going on here, so let's go. Oh, there we go. I got a skinny. I haven't been getting very many skinnies. Okay, and then it kind of goes like this. Let's see if I can do it like this. And it goes like this. Sometimes I even talk like this when no one's here, and it's just freckles on eye, and she looks at me like, what? There, that's a little better. So they were all starting in the same spot, so I brought that one up higher. It doesn't do that in a reference photo. I'm not liking all the fats. I want skinnies. I should learn to paint. Somebody was talking about they had to, I think they had to learn to, or they had to paint with their left hand because they broke their wrist or something.
Oh.
I'm like, I should really do it.
The squeaks.
Yeah, I don't think it's that loud. It's not that loud.
Okay. I wonder if anyone can hear him. They're cute.
Like a little mousy.
Beep, 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 beep. Yep. Joylyn says, wow, love it. Yeah, I like the white brings it, or makes it pop more. Turns its lights on.
Yeah, if you get too much, just come back with some color. So I'm thinking, of course the light's coming from behind too, so I could get away with, and change the direction a little bit from what I painted underneath. Sometimes that helps, but then you kind of like it and you do it the same everywhere. At least I do. I don't know if you guys do. Oh yeah, that's getting better. I'm leaning back. Still kind of need. I'm worried I'm going to cover up too much of my... Sometimes you don't get the strokes you want, but you just kind of have to go with it or let it dry and fix it. Let's put on a really thick one. I might be happier. If I get more thick ones on, that'll help them. Some of the others look thin. Oh, that's kind of a fun one. Now it gets to be a little bit more fun.
Susie says, love the highlights. I agree. I agree.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Some artists say you shouldn't ever paint white out of the tube like I am. A lot of this is drying down. That, it's wet, or that might dry white because it's pretty thick. But a lot of it dries down. I don't know if you can see it. So I don't sweat it that I'm... My concern is I can only go as black as black and as white, so I try to paint values in between so I like it. I'm going to come back and reinforce some of these, speaking of making them whiter.
Ooh, Jackie says, rules are just tools. I like that.
Yeah. Well, and I like to mention them because, I mean, they're good. They're good guidelines. Like working back to front is helpful.
Doesn't mean you always have to listen, but it's possibly a helpful tool.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not like everyone has been with us since last holiday season, but we will have a live next week.
Oh yeah, we will. It's Pooh Bear.
Yep, Pooh Bear. And I know you mentioned that in the whatever, but if anybody, because I think the last 2, have we been doing lives 2 years? Like, we've had 2 holiday seasons?
Yeah, some of our videos now say year 3.
Oh, whoa.
So my brush is so loaded. I tend to do that. And I have to wipe it off. Whoops.
But usually we would like cut back we would cut back and not do the lives during the holiday weeks. But this year we're going to see how just to do them and then see also. I'm interested in see how many people we'll have in between next week, you know?
Yeah.
My pillow ducky says the cow looks so cute with a little like heart behind little hug emoji.
Thanks, it's getting there. I'm going to put in a fat stroke and see if I hate it. I don't know if that makes me laugh. Sometimes you just kind of have to play a little bit. Like I got a blob there, but I kind of like it. I don't know, do we hate that? I'm going to have to just, I'm not going to want to leave it alone. Kind of so I don't have strokes everywhere. That might be pretty close to done.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I like that smudge. I like that smudge.
Yeah, sometimes I'll, I don't know if I have a spot. I'll smudge out the color. Of course, my background's so light. I could do that right here. Most people won't even notice it.
Ooh.
Here, let's go back up here.
Ah. When I laughed, did you know where I was going with that?
I did. I didn't. In a second, I think you felt when I figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell I'm having a little trouble with my brush angle.
Ooh, we have 16 friends still hanging out with us.
Oh, hey, friends.
And
they're besties when they hang out with us.
we have one more episode of that new Netflix.
Oh yeah, we're watching Meghan and Harry.
Yeah, the Meghan and Harry documentary, and I like it. It's sassy. It's kind of like updated season of Crown, you know? It's like all of a sudden they jumped
Yeah, it is
20, probably 30 years. Probably more than that. Do you think we're in the 80s?
Oh, honey, I'm painting and I don't know. It's too much for my brain. I don't know. I just called you honey.
But I like it. So I recommend it. If you like The Crown, I recommend it.
Is that too many? Of course, I let it dry. It's going to dry a little darker. Is that too many?
I don't think so, because that would be technically the one that the sun probably catches more, right? Or no?
Yeah, up here. I just wondered if like too many square brush strokes.
Oh.
That didn't do anything.
I don't think so.
Yeah, these are all drying gray because they're drying down. That's okay. But then that makes me want to go. Let's go. See if I can do it. I might need a darker color in there just to make that pop a little bit. I feel a little bit like I'm painting with, I don't know, sticky. I don't know that did anything. Usually a good time to stop is when you don't know if it's improving.
Mm-hmm.
And then come back tomorrow and see, or work on a different area.
Somehow I reached my stand goal by sitting.
Interesting. Well, you did hop up quite a bit during this live.
I think Chase told me also if your blood pressure, or like if your heartbeat stays above a certain point, it counts as like standing, so I must be like internally standing.
If I stress you out during the lives you get.
Yeah, let's check what my heart rate is.
Get your goal.
7 minutes goes 84.
That's not bad. You're babysitting. What do I need to do? And everybody goes, we don't know.
That's your job.
I don't know if I like this fat brush stroke. Pardon me. This is where I kind of like, my paintings take longer than they might need to. So I can always break that back up. I think we need to leave that alone.
Yeah, I like
I think I need to come back and look at it. I do kind of want some more white blobs in it like I have in my other ear.
Oh.
No?
Well, you kind of got white blobs, I guess.
To me, these are whiter, thicker.
Yeah, I feel like they're just surrounded more by dark. But maybe that's because that hasn't fully dried down yet. I don't know. Give it a white blob, see what it does.
Like maybe I need some more dark. Come back and put in a little, that's not very dark.
So this is a brown Swiss cow. Is this where the Swiss Miss specifically comes from?
I bet. I never thought of that. I bet.
Or is it a brown Swiss cow because it's a Swiss cow, like it's Switzerland?
I think it's both. I'd have to go look at the photographer. Sometimes they do say on Unsplash and sometimes they don't.
And that's also maybe where Swiss Miss was invented.
I don't know.
So they have nothing to do with each other.
Which is hot chocolate, or what else are they?
I thought they were just hot chocolate.
I don't know.
Cow.
Cow.
Switzerland. Yep. Cow, Switzerland. The Schwen. Nope. It's something district, Switzerland.
I'm just laying down some really thick paint.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
Makes it white.
Yeah. White. And it's no longer white, it's a white. I like that because it kind of goes with the horn a little better.
Yeah, it pushes the horn back, which sounds funny. But as this starts to dry, it gets grayer.
Yeah.
Isn't that just interesting? I'm just trying to be random. I got thinner. I could just get better flicks on this other one. I think I'm just going to stop. I do that all the time. I'll like one ear better than the other.
Well, you have 2 minutes left in our normal time slot anyway.
Oh, I'm going to, probably a good place to stop. I think tomorrow I'm going to get out fresh paint. But I've only got quinacridone, magenta, yellow, burnt umber, black and white, so that won't be so hard. If I don't mix them exactly as this palette, it doesn't really matter, because I don't want my ears to be exactly the same anyway. Oh yeah, my watch just went off. It's not like I guess I like that maybe. I was going to say I don't know if I like this soft area right here. But I think I do.
I'm excited for Pooh Bear next week.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
That'll be so cute.
That'll be something different for me. I'm really excited about that. I'm kind of excited that it's out of copyright.
I know. Well, the queen of trademark copyright, we can talk about why maybe a little bit, and I'll look in. I know they've been finagling and sneaking and doing sidestepping to Disney to hold on to Mickey Mouse, but I don't think they're going to be able to much longer. So yeah, I'll look into that.
You can renew a copyright, and there's all kinds of weird things. It took me a while just to triple check that what we're going to paint. I want to make sure it's it's in the public domain. Okay, guys, if you have, or I don't know if we'll be able to see any questions.
Oh yeah, I can. Oh, I see. I see Suzanne. Suzanne says, Merry Christmas to all and stay safe. See you next Wednesday. Big happy art hugs.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you for coming. We super appreciate. It just means the world to us.
Leanne, oh sorry.
Go ahead.
Leanne says, love, love, heart emoji. Merry Christmas, Annie and Emily. See you next time. Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays. I just took a drink.
Merry, oh yeah, Merry, happy, happy, and a merry, merry.
Happy, happy, merry, merry.
The guy said that to me. I was like, I'm going to take that.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for chatting with me while I'm painting in the studio. I really enjoy that. Thanks for all your support. Great, big, happy art hugs, and I hope to chat with you soon. Bye, guys.